Hey guys, welcome back to Just Claire Creates. It's been a long time since I've done a face-to-face video, so just bear with me. This video is for the Wild Hare kits, and this month we're introducing our new design team. So we thought that we would do a crafty tag to share with you the new design team and some of our thoughts and our preferences and that kind of thing, so you could kind of get to know us. I have been on the Wild Hare kit design team now. This will be my third term. So you probably already know me anyway, but I am in charge of posting the blogs and kind of keeping that schedule going. So yes, so here's the tag. Right, I'll make sure to put all the questions in the description box below so that you can join in too, and make sure to tag us and let us know that you've done that. We would love to see it. Right, question number one, what is one thing people don't know about you? I found this a difficult question really, because I'm quite an open book, and I put quite a lot of myself online and things, and share my stories. I don't share photos of my little boy, so I am a mum, and my little boy Ben is 4 and he's about to start school in September. And I try not to share his face, so I have got quite good at taking photos of the back of his head or his feet, or kind of capturing what he's doing without really capturing his face, so that I can share those projects. But I'd really like to make sure that I am also scrapbooking photos of him that I'm not going to share online. Question 2, how did you get into crafting? So I started scrapbooking, I would say, in 2015. So I had made scrapbooks before. I'd done them for school projects, and my first one I did when I was about 7 years old, and my parents took me away on holiday and out of school for a week. So to kind of keep me doing something productive, I made a scrapbook with my mum of our Whitby trip. But officially I started Project Life in 2015. So I heard about it through a beauty vlogger on YouTube who had just started doing it, and it seemed like the best way to incorporate photos and words. And I started it in the January when Ben was born in the March. So this album here is my first Project Life album. That's my 2015 Project Life. And I carried on doing Project Life for a couple of years. I stopped midway through last year, and then started doing other formats. I'd been doing quite a lot of traveller's notebooks and mini albums and 6x8s and things like that. But I carried on doing Project Life up until last year. So yeah, it was the birth of Ben really that got me into scrapbooking, because I thought I'd want to document all of his milestones and things. Question 3, what is something you are excited about in the paper crafting world right now? I am loving traveller's notebooks and mini albums and formats that I feel I can get a lot done all at once in a short space of time. So I am a single mum, and I work 5 days a week. I work in a school, so I try to avoid saying full-time, because it's not quite full-time, because I do have the holidays, which is fantastic, but obviously I have Ben most of the time as well. So my crafting has to fit into pockets of time here and there. So I like the ease of traveller's notebooks. I've just got my new Wild Hare kit, which is full of pink paisley, indigo and ivy, and the new Pink Fresh Studio Just a Little Lovely, and they are gorgeous. So I'm very excited about those together. Question 4, what is your favourite tool for crafting? I'm looking at my desk. It's really boring, but it's got to be my paper trimmer. For the first few years of Project Life, I didn't have a paper trimmer. I did everything with scissors, which wasn't too much of a problem because I was keeping it very simple and just sort of printing photos and using cards from, I think it was the Strawberry Core kit. That's what most of this 2015 album is. So I wasn't really doing a lot of cutting. I was only really cutting like 4x6 photos into 2 3x4s. So scissors were kind of getting me where I needed to be. But once I started embellishing and using scrapbook paper, I did do it for a while without a trimmer, but yeah, I couldn't be without my trimmer. Yeah, it's a bit boring, but there you go. What are your favourite patterns? I like florals. I like florals that I can cut out, so I like them to not be too big, because obviously I do smaller formats. I like stripes. I'm not a big fan of spots. I like them. I like the look of them, but if I'm backing photos, there never seem to be enough spots around the area of the photo to kind of show that that's what's on it. Yeah, so stripes, florals, yeah, just I like ombres. I like a good ombre. Question 6: how many complete albums do you have? I should have done this before now, shouldn't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ish, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and then there's more down there: 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Some December dailies. I'd say about 30 as a rough estimate. That's quite a lot. So I've been doing it 4 years. It always concerns me how many complete albums I have, how much space they're going to take up. But it's not stopping me. Favourite embellishment has probably got to be stickers, I think. I might change my mind on any given day. I do like die cuts, but I find that stickers tend to be smaller, which is good for my smaller formats, and just so easy. Just peel them off, stick them on, done. Job done. I do like being able to do a project in a short space of time. So I did, one of these has got my Centre Parks album in, which I did while I was there. So I took a small kit. I used a Studio Calico Traveller's Notebook because I subscribe to their Traveller's Notebook kits, which I love, but I'm starting to think that I might stop that soon because I'm not actually using the kit. I'm not using any of the kit really. I'm just using the Traveller's Notebooks, and I love them because they've got the pattern paper already in them. So all it needs really is photos and stickers, and that's kind of what I did for my Centre Parks album. I just whacked photos in, hardly any backing, journaled and added stickers and die cuts, and it came together so quickly and so easily because I wasn't matting photos and layering things, and it kind of gave me that freedom to not have to really think about it and just kind of stick things in, which meant that the Traveller's Notebook itself stayed really thin, which was good because I tend to overfill mine, as you can see by my giant ringed vacation album from a year or so ago. Yeah, so it was good in that it kept it quite small, and then I could fit more of them into a cover if I wanted to. So yeah, stickers, just easy, aren't they? Question 8: what brand do you keep going back to? If I had to pick just one brand, I think it would have to be Pink Fresh Studio. I feel like I like the clean, fresh, white look of backgrounds, and I just think they do such a great job of like seasonal products. So they always have quite a nice Christmas one, and yeah, I just love it. I'm loving the Just a Little Lovely at the minute. I've loved the Out and About collection, the travel collection. I feel like I could do all of my scrapbooking just with Pink Fresh Studio. So yeah, I always come back to that one. Number 9: what is your best tip for getting in the zone and being productive? So I am cheating with this one. I couldn't think of just one. I do a couple of things that help me to stay productive. So I make time. It isn't always easy and I have to sometimes kind of force myself to stay awake and go and sit at my desk, but making some time, setting aside some time when you know that that's what you're going to do. I like to have a clear desk. It's not clear at the minute. I keep looking at it and there's just rubbish. I keep bringing things up from downstairs and putting them on my desk. So I need to clear my desk so that it's nice and useful. I have a desk organizer that I put my recent kit into. So I really rarely do anything other than scrap with my wild hair kit. So that exists in my desk organizer, which makes it really visible then. I can see all the products and the papers and things, and it just makes it easy to just grab things from. So it's like I don't really need to tidy things away so much as just like slot them back into the places in the desk organizer, and then it just feels so much easier. Then they're already there on my desk. I can just get them out and start a new project. I like to start with new photos. That might not work for everybody, and you might feel that if you're only doing that, then you're missing out on older stories. But for me, I'm most inspired by photos I've taken like this week. And then once I've done those, I'm kind of in the zone then. And as long as I've got enough time, I can do some of the older ones as well. I don't mind that my albums aren't in chronological order. So my traveller's notebooks, the ones that I'm doing about right now stuff, things kind of go backwards and forwards, and especially with the traveller's notebooks from Studio Calico, I might want to use a particular photo on a particular background. So generally they're kind of a couple of months long. So I've got one from like January to May or something. I didn't do as much in that because I was doing 6x8s as well. So it says January to May, and all the layouts in there are in January to May, but they might not go like January, February, March, April, May. So yeah, what was my question? New photos. And lastly, I quite like contained projects. So I quite like a project that's got a start and a finish. Mini albums and like little projects like that. I've just done, I don't know where, oh, it's here. I didn't count that in my completed albums. I've just done a Summer of Selfies little mini album, which I have shared, so I can show you it again. But yeah, just little photos, little pages, and something like this that came together all in a couple of hours just really kick-started my productivity, my creativity. So yeah, I like those. Right, question 10. Who inspires you? I found this one really difficult because basically everybody that I follow on Instagram, if I'm following you on Instagram, then you inspire me. There's just so many people that I love, and I love looking at different formats. I like looking at people who do the formats that I do, but I also like looking at people who do different formats. So I am not much of a 12x12 scrapbooker. The only times I really do 12x12 is if I have a cut file that's 12x12. So this, you can't really see it all, but I have a frame here that I put my 12x12s in. And for a long time, it was the layout that I did for an INSD challenge with Sue's Fish, which had like 4 square, quite a lot of people did them, 4 square bits and a photo and some black and a shaker pocket and all that kind of stuff. And I loved it so much, and it was like kind of out of my usual slap a photo on, slap some stickers on, call it done kind of format. So I put that in here, and this one is one that it's a wild haircut project. It's on my Instagram, but it's a cut file from Pretty My Page. I think it could be a Paige Evans one. I don't know. It says Wanderlust anyway. So I don't do a lot of 12x12, but I still like looking at other people's 12x12s, and I feel like they translate quite well into travelers' notebooks. So I think you can find inspiration in pretty much anything. But I have written down some of the people that I repeatedly save layouts from. So these are all Instagram handles. Hey Marsha Makes, Think Pink and Mint, Scattered Confetti, Sue's Fish, Kerry Bradford Studios, Heba Alcibai, I hope I said that right, Me Fun Scrapped, and Circle Plus Arrow. And all the girls on the design team. I love that we sometimes get similar kits or similar products in our kits, and I love seeing how other people on the design team use their wild hair kits. But yeah, I get inspiration from all over the place, so just lots of people. Question 11. Is there a new type of craft you want to try but haven't yet? I don't think so. I'm quite happy in my little Traveller's Notebook 6x8 groove at the minute. No, I like my little mini albums, my little TNs. I do like to do hand stitching on my layouts, but I haven't felt like I've had time for that recently, so maybe I'll do a bit more of that. And question 12. What do you hope to see in the future for paper crafting? Well, I don't know if this is quite what the question is asking, but I'd really like for companies to start making die cut ephemera packs with tiny pieces in. So often the die cut packs have some small pieces and quite a lot of big pieces, which I'm sure is very useful if you're doing 12 by 12 and it's a lot of space to fill, isn't it? But when I'm making Traveller's Notebook pages and I want like a cluster of embellishments, they have to be quite small to all fit in. So I'd really like for more companies to make smaller die cut packs, or make like one pack of bigger stuff and one pack of small stuff, so you could at least choose which ones. So yeah, that is my thoughts on the matter. I hope I've answered everything. And make sure to join in with us and share your crafty tag and let us know your answers to all the questions, and I will leave a link in my description box to the blog post where you will be able to access all the design team's answers as well, however they are sharing them. Thanks for watching.